MIC was one of the earliest party, one of the first parties to recognize the effect of the March 8 elections and all. And in fact, we started on the process of rebuilding the party. In fact, before that, we went into a soul searching mode, where we called all the division chairmen and checked what went wrong, and we went back to the ground. We were on a soul searching mode and a fact-finding mission. And subsequently, we started implementing a series of changes and also a series of discussion with grassroots level leaders. And we have done changes to the party. If you look at the recent CWC, most of them are youngsters. That comes as a very clear indication from the delegates. You know, they want young leaders. If you look at the ESCO at the top level, there's a lot of changes as well. A lot of youngsters have given prominent positions in the party. The support is coming back. It is coming back. They have seen that we are serious in the changes that we are doing. We are serious in engaging with the people. And the other factor that you look at it is Indians in general, they are disillusioned by the empty promises given by the opposition. Basically, they feel that they have been given a check prior to the election, you know, a post-dated check, which bounced when they actually went to cash it. You know, basically it's like before the election, you know, they've been promised the sun, the moon, and everything in between. And I think the reason why they've done it is probably they thought that these checks will not be cashed in, you know, and so they promised everything, but without expecting, I think to their very own surprise, they were able to get hold of 2 or 3 states like Penang, Selangor, and all. And when the people asked them to call upon them to fulfill their promises, that's where the people saw that most of the promises that were given were empty promises, you know, based on the assumption or the non-confidence of, you know, the opposition didn't think that they can actually rule the state. So it's easy for them, you know, when they think they're not going to have the authority, they can say, yeah, if I come to power, I'll do this, I'll do that. But actually, when you come to power and we are supposed to deliver on your promises, it's a different story. Yeah, okay. If I can give Praglat a good case as an example, if you look at Kampung Bapala, clear indication. I mean, DAP knew, PKR knew, they knew that before the election, what was the exact problem before the election. Knowing the problem, knowing the issue, they went ahead and they said, look, if we get hold of Penang government, this is what we will do. They knew it and they went ahead and they made the promises. And after coming into power, they didn't have any intention of fulfilling the promises. And now they are going back and say, look, it is the fault of the previous government or the previous administration. But you know, when they made those promises, they knew the exact problem, the issues. That is one. The other issue is, if you look clearly, the Kampung Karpia temple issue. You know, when the temple was demolished, PKR leaders went there, and especially after the victory, they went and said, look, we will build a big temple there with a few acres and such things. They made so many promises, but until now, 2 years down the line, where is the temple? I'm asking you, you know, where is the temple? Nowhere to be seen. So these are the issues where the Indians are disillusioned by all these promises, and basically they see that the check that they were issued to them bounced. We are going to the fundamentals where it matters to the people, where it affects the daily life. Say for instance, education. We have always stressed on education. We are continuing with education. Job opportunities, okay, business opportunities, business loans, those things. If you look at education, the MIC together with the Putra, Putris, Pemuda, Wanita, they're doing this program, Vitri Padigal, where those who have got their results, a student who have got results, you know, from failing to top students, they have set up, you know, this is your mark, where you can go. In fact, Putra, they have come up with a software where you key in your results. It will tell you what are the best courses for you to apply. So we are concentrating on issues that matters, okay? And if you look at job opportunities, MIC through our ministers have spoken to the cabinet, and they have, in fact, they've got the cabinet's commitment to make sure that the percentage of civil servants reflect at all levels, not just at a particular lower level, but at all levels reflect the racial composition of the country. And in fact, the government have taken a slightly higher percentage of Indians into civil service of late. You can't see results immediately, but I think the changes are being felt slowly, and the confidence is coming back. And the period for MIC being apologetic, it's over. You know, in fact, the same persons who have rode on the wave of popularity due to the demonstration and all are still harping on the same thing and asking, what has MIC done, what has MIC done? Hey, look, you have been in power for 2 years. You know, what have you done? In fact, those who should be apologizing to the Indian community and all those people that have so much of expectation and believe their promises, it is those who should be apologizing to the people. Look, you failed to deliver.
Although Barisan has realized that minority votes, especially the Indian votes, matter most to the victory of Barisan and to maintain two-third majority. But nothing much seems to have really taken place. I think basically this is simply because although Dr. Najib can talk about one Malaysia, one vision, and and whatever, all these lot of slogans, but it's not filtered down to the ground level yet. I mean, the bureaucrats are not ready to implement those initiatives. So it will take long time for the Malay, Chinese, and Indian to accept that we are under one umbrella, and for the bureaucrats, which is predominantly UMNO linked, UMNO inclined bureaucrats, it will take a lot of. It's going to take long time. So, if you really ask me, it has been just a slogan which is very nice, very good. But the Indian community has not. There's not much change in Indian communities affairs from what 2 years before and now. You see, under the stimulus package, by 80 schools supposed to be renovated and rebuilt and all that, the progress is very slow, very slow. Of course, this could be one of these financial crises and all that. But then, even Bukit Jalil Tamil School, which Deputy Prime Minister personally visited, he told them the school building will be one acre, there will be another 2 acres of land and all that. It has been more than 1.5 years. The school is still, is being built in a snail's pace. Very slow. So if you think the euphoria that was just immediately after the election, realizing that the Indian votes matter most, but the actions taken and the results now is not encouraging now. See, PM personally might have appreciated the power of Indian votes, but the bureaucrats who are under the BN government have not appreciated, or they think that we don't matter. When it comes to Selangor, at least when it comes to religion, education and other things, they are more sensitive to the community's needs. I think for the first time ever in Malaysia, about 4 million ringgit in a year has been given out to Tamil schools, the Parent Teachers Association and the NGOs working with Tamil schools. For the first time, it never happened under Barisan government before. I think there was some money that was given to MIC linked NGO, YSS, but it was never given to independent NGOs. So for that, the Selangor Pakatan government must be praised. And otherwise, other things that with the community's needs and all that, even from the local council to the other levels and all, it's encouraging. I think more could be done. But you see, like structural changes, like granting of land to Tamil school and all that, this will take long time. I mean, one of the few concern of those opposing Pakatan government. See, I'm not talking on behalf of Pakatan government, but the reality, being a lawyer, I must state what is happening. I see, to alienate the land to a school, it will take at least 1 year, 2 years. It's not immediately. After alienating the land, the federal government must be ready to take on the land to build a school. So there are a lot of places where the federal government is not keen to do so, and although the Selangor government has agreed to grant the land and all. So we see Pakatan government, especially in Selangor, is very sensitive, and I think it is encouraging to see that at least a government, state government of a most prosperous state, is willing to understand the plight of the marginalized Indians and willing to do something for the Indians.